okay. Got gas drained out. This is old gas. So I had like half a gallon before I put some in there. Gas is in. Tried it, make sure we're clean. We look good. Go, go, go. Let's see if this comes out nice. Let's drain this out. Petcock is open. Okay. Put some more gas in it. Pouring gas out of here, but it stopped coming out of the carburetor, so carburetor has to come off. Gotta get that cleaned out. Pretty sure it's all gummed up from all the other crap that's been in the tank. We'll get the carb off, get her on the bench, and we'll go from there. So let's get up. Come on over yonder and put you up on the observation tower. Stay. Alright. Yes, sir. Old girl has seen way better days. Yeah, she's seen way better days. Spring off, arm off, and there you have it. She's out. Let's get her on the bench, get her cleaned up. This little carburetor. I got them all right here. A 10 or a 13 or a 12. 12. Come here, wrench. Okay, after about 15 minutes, the needle was stuck, seized in there. Got the float to be able to get around it. Shoved some PB blood or some brake clean into that float hole, the needle seat. Got some needle nose, grabbed the tip of it, started spinning it, just spinning it around until I broke it free, and then slowly started bringing it out, spinning it until it came back out. So that looks like fun. Looking a little cleaner. I forgot to get that jet out of there. There should be a jet in there, or orifice tube. This is plugged, so I gotta get a snake in there and start digging all the crap out of it, clean the rest of the parts, and we'll be back. Alright, after a lot of elbow grease, we're back. Get yourself one of these torch tip cleaners if you don't have them already. They do really good work in cleaning out little carburetors and orifices and stuff. So as you can see, the needle now moves. Tested it, holds. Unseized everything, got that center orifice cleaned out. That was pretty bad. Got that little needle cleaned out. Got the fuel inlet cleaned out. That was jammed closed. Gonna put the carb back together. Float works. She is cleaned out, ready to get put back on. So let's go there now. So we're just gonna put this back on. It goes like this. Slide it on, connect the linkage, put the box and everything back on, bolt it up, hook the gas up and see what it does. Alright, carb, air box reassembled, got the gas line hooked back up. Let's open this guy back up and drain this carburetor, see if we get good flow. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Way better than earlier. Alright, engine's getting gas. Put that on. Put that back on. Very good. Alright. Let's see if she'll turn on. That's a spot for this thing. Ow! Alright. See what she does. Chokes on. The power of cleaning up the carburetor compels you, young one. Let me get the air box with the filter, get it blown out, put it back on, put that shield back on, get the button, kill switch put back together, and we'll let it run for a little while, see what it does. Alright, well ladies and gentlemen, it's been a couple of days since I last came back to this, but got the cover put back on. New spark plug in, snugged up, everything put on how it's supposed to go. Took it outside, give it a little pressure wash. cleaned it up real good. So we're gonna go ahead and try and start it up and see what it does. Well, she sounds okay. Sounds like we got a little bit of a misfire in there. We'll swap the plug out and see if maybe the plug's bad. Check for gap. See what it does. So I put a Kohler spark plug in there, gapped it correctly, tightened it up, put it in, fired it back up. Still the same misfiring. Opened up the drain screw. We're getting plenty of fuel flow through the carburetor, so I'm thinking that something in the carburetor may have picked up. So pull it back down, give it a clean up once again, see if any of the orifices are plugged, if any of the jets may be clogged, and see if we find anything. Alright, carb's off. Let's tear it open again and see if we find anything we don't quite like. Alright, so since the last clip, it's been what? Saturday? Sunday? It's been 2 days, 2.5 days. Took this off, cleaned it a couple more times, put it back on, or cleaned it internally anyway, put it back on. Still started misfiring all over the place. I think there's a couple of passages inside that carburetor that I can't get to get cleaned out, or they're so far gone that it just won't pass fuel the way it needs to. So let the customer know, hey, it's running, it's in much better condition than when you brought it in here, but the misfire is getting pretty bad, so what would you like to do? I told them we can put another new carburetor on it and see what happens with it. I know that would fix the problem because we switched out like the spark plug, like 2 or 3 different plugs, and the misfire was continuous. So I'm gonna peg it on the carburetor. Told him that, let him know what the situation was. He's like, all right, well, I can wait a few more days if you need to get another carburetor in. So here we are with the power of magic. This is the old one, got a kit. This is the new one, all nice and shiny and clean. This one actually has an adjustable mix screw versus this one had like a plastic on it, so you can only do half turn at a time and you're only given 1 turn, that's it. Versus these ones, most aftermarket small engines, they don't even have mixing screws, they're like plugged off, so you can't tune them or do anything to them. So these are cool. New carb. We got a spacer. We don't need it for this application because it didn't call for one. Inline fuel filter and a shut-off switch or shut-off valve for our fuel line. But we got a petcock that's clean and works and has the sediment bowl in it, so those won't be needed. Comes with a new plug. Might toss this in there anyway. It's new. We got it. Why not? Oh. Stay. And then another set or a new set of gaskets. So we'll go ahead and take all the old gaskets out, put the new gaskets in, and then see what happens. Different applications, front, outside, back. 4 different gaskets. So put those on as we're putting the carburetor back together, hook it all back up, and fire it up again and see how she acts. So that was even weird too. That's what I'm thinking, that the carburetor was the issue, because even with the idle screw, which is this set screw, all the way out, it was still idling really high, and you could only control the throttle with choke. So I think there's something pretty bad in here, and I don't have what are those cleaners called? Burnout, man. I think it's like a subsonic cleaner. I forgot what the name of the cleaner is to get all those orifices and passageways cleaned out as best as I can. So, gosh dang it. Shouldn't have done that. So for the price of a new one, we're just going to put a new one in it and see what she does. So I'll set you guys up down there. Alright. Like 3 hours later, here we are. I got all the lights in my little garage put back up. So we actually have light everywhere. So no, hardly any shadow, a little bit. Alright. Let's get back to putting ambulance. See how she does now. Fuel's on, trigger's good, throttle is off. We're going to control this baby by hand. Choke's good. Fuel's on. Spark plug's in. Make sure the switch is on the other side. Oh, come on. She wants to. And we're back. So we got cover all put together. Everything looks good. I fired it up, let it run, give it a little tune if necessary, and went through there and noticed that the throttle cable was sticking. It wasn't returning all the way, so it would just sit at high idle even if your throttle switch was down. So I went up here, took the throttle cable off here. It runs all the way down, intertwines with a couple other cables, comes out right there and down, and then up into the carb. Took it, unhooked it from the front, unhooked it right here, put it on the bench, shot some WD-40 into the liner, and just sat there and just ran it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth for about 10 minutes, flipped it over, or for about 2 to 3 minutes, flipped it over, shot some WD-40 down the inside. Same thing, repeated a few times, freed it right up. Shot some WD-40 into this accelerator switch, or accelerator or throttle lever, freed it right up. So now she runs good. So here is the final run. One pull crew baby. Sorry for the vibration. I gotta figure that out, but it runs good. Keep it works. So cable isn't slipping out. It runs good. Oil's topped off. Looks good. Tank's half full. Looks good. Looks good. So idling pretty good, not leaking any gas. Much quieter because it's sitting on a jack. It runs good. It's a Vanguard 9 horsepower champion to use. She does good. Like I said, everything's nice. Everything looks good. The tractor part works. All the gears shift nicely. So one more time, if you forgot already, like I may have, this is your your locking pin. It drives this pin in there, so it locks into this like a ball, if you will. So when you pull that back up, this can fold down. You can turn it around, do what you want. You got your 3-speed here, there, and gone. The first time I tried it before, it started misfiring everywhere. This one was like low end torque, all pull. This one, she gets up and goes a smidge. This one, you don't want to try that, because I did it a couple of times and she almost got away from me. That was nuts. Here, there, and gone. Yeah, 3 speeds, neutrals in between these slats. You can check your fluid for your differential fluid for this engine, or tractor, sorry. And here you pull this cover up and it's in there. This is your gear selector, which is driven by, or not gear selector, that's your clutch cable, which is driven by this guy up here. And then your PTO, your shifter, and then this is your forward and reverse, if I can get around it. So when you have it engaged like that, you're going forward, and then when you pull this lever back, it comes backward. So you gotta be careful. So yeah, she's a pretty simple tractor. It really makes good stuff. There she is, folks. A Harvester Plus 730 BCS. Italian made walk behind tractor. The Vanguard 9 horsepower lives again. So that'll be it for this episode, I suppose. About to call the customer up, tell her she's ready for pickup, and get her done. So yeah, if you want to see any more of these videos, which I should be coming out with a couple more, I think. I got a couple more people, like a tractor and a 3-cylinder Farmall, or not 3-cylinder, Massey Ferguson 3-cylinder garden tractor somebody wants to take a look at. But yeah, I'll be posting some more of these. If you guys have any questions about what I did, or suggestions, or concerns, comments, or complaints, feel free to put them in the description as a comment section, I guess, and I'll do my best to get back to you guys. But yeah, like I said, I got a knack for these things, and I got a black thumb for them. So she's got a lot of tractoring to do still. She ain't done yet. So, like I said, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll be back with another one, hopefully here in a little bit. So, see you guys on the next one.